Okay, so last time we were just trying to do a brand and Rugged Horizons was what we chose. And so I had ChatGPT create a sample logo, which you should see, you can see right here. Edit a little bit, but then I just have this banner right here. And so the sample products you see here, these are all, I just use ChatGPT to make the design. So these are like samples. Um, so yeah, I don't know the pricing now. It's in rupees. I just kind of like base it off from the US prices, just for sample purposes. And so also here I just added like a short version of the brand story. And then for this one, why shop with us? It's just three different things of why customers should shop with Rugged Horizons. This is just colorful right here. I tried to do like just a simple, usually it's a simple icon, but ChatGPT did like they have correct spelling on everything. So it was pretty awesome. I just inserted it there, and then just subscribe to emails right here. And then I added the menu, the footer, like the privacy policy, the policies, and just some links here on the left side, and just the sample products here, and then the brand promise I just inserted there. So this is how our sample store looks like. It's actually ready. So later we'll do a test order. I guess each team will can place a test order. It's configured for COD. And so, okay, before we get into the settings, you guys have any questions right now for me?
I know you got some of the teams were having a lot of trouble doing it during the week. Any of the team leaders, do they have any questions?
Yeah. I mean, if they have question on this, sample store, and any specific questions that
Um,
they have already,
yeah,
they can go into
our
set.
yeah, so our whole website is really, really bad, and I gotta work on it a lot, and I have a lot of problems. So I just needed a lot of help with that.
Which in particular one? Can you repeat that? Is it Nived talking?
Yeah, yeah. So I was basically saying that I have a lot of problems in my website, and I was trying to link it the whole time. I also asked I was also getting help from few of my friends who are part of this. So I was just trying to do that, and then I had a lot of problems with that. So I was thinking if you could help me with that.
Are you talking about like the navigations and stuff?
A bit, yeah, and some of the pages and those stuff are not working.
Okay.
So like you showed me, right? We made that brand promise and all of that. I
Uh-huh.
wanted to add more stuff to it, but I couldn't do the whole thing because I don't know. It was not coming well, and it was not loading, and it was not reaching to the other page. And another thing is because we have been rebranding and we've been changing the whole thing. First it was cars, now it's something else, something
Uh-huh.
trendier. Something. So there's a lot of confusion and problems. So need your
Okay,
help.
I think it would be good to have a specific discussion. So later when you guys go through the breakout rooms, we can discuss a specific things that you need help with, and I'm gonna show every team who needs help. I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna you know spend some time with each team so I can help you guys you
Yeah.
know fix whatever issues you will have challenges with. Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, let me go to the settings. Okay, so this is the admin again. You guys are very familiar with this now. It's like you probably can see this even when you have your eyes closed. So on the left side, on the bottom, settings. So this is the main configuration. And all this you just need to go through, like for example, general, right? So your store details, billing address, etc. So this stuff you can just configure what you want, like time zones, etc. Right? So these are, I think we've discussed this last week. There's a few that we weren't able to discuss, so we'll go to them. I think one of them is users and permissions. So here, guys, like for example, you already have your store and like you needed team members to be added, or have someone you work with someone, maybe a developer needing access to the website. You can add them as a user and give them specific permissions. And then they will be able to access just the specific part of the stores. You don't have to give them like all of the permissions, right? Because some people you work with probably just need to do a specific task within your store. So for example, let me see. Eh, Okay, let me see here if it can show, because looks like we can't add on this one. Okay, so we can't add on this one, but let me see. Let me go to Let me just go to the other stores. You guys, one of the stores of you guys. Let me just go there so I can see the user permissions, so you'll have an idea. Okay, while that is loading, okay, here you go. Give me a second. Shopify is it's like pretty slow, but okay, we'll get back to that one. Let me go. So payments, I think that's the next one. I think last time we only talked about the Shopify payments. That's the main one. For example, if you're selling in the US and that's the main one. So open this up. Did I get kicked out?
John, yes,
I
you are
got
not,
kicked out.
John, you are not visible anymore. Can you?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we do. Yes, I can hear you.
No.
Okay, so Saj, I got kicked out for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Please please share your screen again.
Okay. I didn't realize I was talking. I didn't realize I got kicked out. Hold on. Sorry about that. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
we can.
so yeah, going back on the payments. So for this one, this is this account was registered. I think Sahaj, did you register this account? So I don't see right now the Shopify payment options, but for the payment providers, so like I said, choose a provider. So this is the company that basically processes like the credit cards payment. So if you're want to use Stripe, then you have to have like an account with them, and basically connecting that account to your Shopify store, so that when customers buy online on your store, then they pay using a credit card, then that payment will be processed. So you will need to have a payment gateway that processes credit cards, right? So this have I guess this is like the current options for for our third-party payment providers. So you just have to choose one if you wanted to have that available as an option. So also with PayPal, here it says activate PayPal. Um, from what I know, it's also going through Shopify already, but I guess the integration is you just have to activate it. Then so once you activate PayPal, it's just gonna ask you to log in and it's gonna connect it to the PayPal account. And then once that's connected, then your customers will have the option to pay using their PayPal account. Okay, so going now to the COD. This is the manual payment method, so we've already added it. So basically, when you add you just add like manual payment method. Then earlier, this is showing 4. This shows cash on delivery as an option. So when you click on cash on delivery, then it's gonna ask for like additional details and then like payment instructions. So basically, it's just talking about like the option that this is cash on demand, and then cash on delivery, and then payment instructions basically just gonna show to the customer when they are going through the checkout process. And then once you save it, it's gonna show here, and it's gonna be active. So later on, when we do the test orders, you guys will be able to see on the storefront how the order processing is like when as a customer when you place an order. Um, okay, so guys, any questions for payments so far? Anybody has any questions?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I wanted to ask, on our side, in the page, it is just showing that PayPal is inactive. It is not giving the option to activate PayPal.
Right, you will have the option if you want to activate it. You don't have to, but if you want people to your customers to
They are
be
not,
able to
it is
use PayPal, you can.
the option is not even available. It is just saying PayPal inactive.
Okay, so I think if that's the case, it might be your geographic location. It might not be available if that's the case. Because if you're able to it should be show activate, and then it's gonna let you log into PayPal, and then it's gonna connect your PayPal account to Shopify if it's available. If you're saying it's inactive and it doesn't let you activate it, it might be your location. It might not be available. I don't know what Shopify, what they make available depending on the country. So that might be the case. Is that something that you see that you cannot activate it? It just says inactive.
Yeah. So it is just saying where in your page it is saying activate PayPal. There's just written inactive and in red.
You say it's inactive, you said, right? But you
Yeah.
cannot activate it.
Yeah. It is. They are not getting the option to activate it.
Okay. Later on when we go on breakout rooms, well, let's look into that because I'm curious. It might be just geographic location. Anybody have the same experience? Because if that's the case, then it might be the location.
Yeah, it is same.
The same? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it is same. It's inactive.
For
okay.
me, it shows activate PayPal. I think it's probably because I have the number one this thing, right? Because mine is called GVC1. So in that, it's letting me activate it. I don't know about the others.
You are able to activate yours?
Yeah, I can activate it.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll look into that individually per team. I'm curious what's going on. But let's go back to the settings. Okay, so last time I think we already talked about the checkout, customer accounts, shipping and delivery. This is pretty important. So last time I think I showed configuration on how to. So if you just want shipping and configuration like based on price, Then you just go to shipping and delivery, and then go to the general profile right here. Click on that, and then here is where you can add it. So here, this is the warehouse location or the business is based in India. So that's why you see here the shipping zone is India. And then essentially you just add the rate. So for example, here I've added anything from 1 cent, yeah, I don't know if you call it that cent, but 2,500 rupees, then that's gonna be like 650. And then from there to 4,000, it's 850, and above 4,000 is free. So essentially, when you're trying to do this, you just click add rates. So keep on flat rate, just custom, and then you can rename. You can put name here for that, right? So for example, here is a standard shipping, for example. And then this is what you click, conditional pricing. So click on based on price, and this is where you put the price range. And then here's where you put the price. And then it's gonna show. Then once you save that, it's gonna show like this, whatever the range is. And then of course, if you look at this covers everything from up to 2,500, from 2,501 to 4,000, and 4,001 and above. It's gonna be free. So if you don't have this configured correctly, then your customers may have an issue checking out because the price range of their order might be falling within whatever is not set up. So make sure when you set it up, then that everything is covered from 0 to, like, for example, here, if you want it free, there's gonna be 4,000 and up, then that's gonna be free. And so as long as the customer is entering the shipping information, the address, the options is gonna show, as we will see later on the storefront. So anybody have any questions so far? Shipping and settings? Any curiosities about like different shipping settings? Because I only gave one, so that's like if you're doing price range. So the other option is if you're doing weight based. So if you are doing weight based, then all of your products, you will have to have like accurate weights on them so that your store will be able to present the price of the shipping that you configured on your shipping settings. So and then if you're using, like, if you're selling in the US, for example, and then you're doing UPS, so we'll go there. So if we're doing uh differently, right? For example, let me see here. So here, when you do the names and the price, conditional pricing, so now this is weight based. So similar to order price based, on the weight based, then you have to specify the range, then specify the price, and then save it. Then that's how your store is gonna do or is gonna show the customer the shipping cost. Any questions so far? No questions? Misty, you guys are good? Like you, Niche, you guys understand pretty much?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, taxes and duties. So this is, you know, it's gonna be depending on your location. So here it's configured. So as we will see later on when you do a test order, then it's gonna charge the tax. But setting up the tax and duties, you basically click on the you know, the country or location, and then it's gonna have the options of like what percentage and all that. Okay. Anybody have any questions regarding taxes and duties? Are you guys curious or you're familiar with all that? Because yeah, when depending on the location, you may have to charge taxes.
I
John,
have a question.
Yeah,
Adiraj has raised his hand.
go
So,
ahead.
in taxes and duty, when add the country from where you are, so when you set the region, so how do you understand that you have set it?
How do I understand which one are the Adiraj?
Like, can you go down?
Let me go back there. I talk about here.
No, no, can you go down?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Right
So,
here.
I did understand what is IGST.
Hold on. Which one are you? Oh, this one?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm actually not familiar with what's for India because different countries will have their own, and but typically for taxes like for the US, then the estates will have their taxes, and so
Okay.
wherever you are located, then you will have to have your tax certificate. So I'm supposing with other countries, you will also be required to have your own like your country's requirement for certificates for you to be able
Mm-hmm.
to charge taxes. So
Yeah.
typically, what we advise is to talk to an accountant, basically to talk to a professional, if because that.
John,
Uh-huh.
sorry to interrupt you, but I think there's a kid here, Gaurav, who is
Uh-huh.
very well versed about it. Why don't we
Okay.
have him explain that? Because he's been talking about it in the chat
Okay.
box. So Gaurav, please.
Okay, yes, sir. So 18% is kind of like the standard rate for IGST, and IGST is the Integrated Goods and Services Tax. So that is applied when we are shipping in our country but outside our state. For example, I am shipping from Delhi to Lucknow, then IGST will be applied, but not CGST and SGST, which are applied on interstate orders. Intrastate means I'm selling within Delhi, and interstate means I'm selling out of Delhi. When I'm selling out of Delhi, we apply IGST, and when we are selling within Delhi, we are applying CGST and SGST.
Thank you.
Okay. There you go, Raj. Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, so let's go to locations. This is pretty straightforward. So if you guys have like your inventory, it's just basically like your warehouse. So if you have like more than one, then you can add the location. So you can add the address right here. So just to show you, if you go to the products and then we will look at the inventory. For example, this one have 100. And if we click on this one, you will see the location. We only have one location, of course, but you will see that this is the location for this. However, if you have more than one warehouse, for example, and you add it, then it's gonna show up here as well. And then it's just gonna show if you have 100 of these hoodies in the first warehouse, and then there's like 10 on the second warehouse, then it's gonna show here as long as you assign the correct inventory of the item in each warehouse if you have more than one, right? Um, that was locations, markets. Okay, so markets we sort of like talked about a little bit during that discussion. But anyhow, with like here, the primary market is India. And so the tax configuration is available. So um this is where you configure where you want to sell, what country you want to sell to. So you can do international, which basically looks like there's a default set of countries under here. So there's a set of countries under international. But then if you have a specific countries you want to add, that's not a part of it, then you can add the market right here and then basically configure like choose the country, and then it's gonna show shipping settings not configured. And so once that happens, then you'll have to go to shipping settings right here, shipping and delivery, and then it's gonna show here, the country will show here. So let me see if let's add, like, for example, a sample market. Okay, let's say it's Algeria you want to sell to. Let's see what happens here. Then if we add that, for example, this is gonna show here, and then right here, not configured. This is gonna happen every time you add a market, and so you need to configure the shipping. So if you go shipping and delivery, it should show up here for Algeria. Let me see where that is. Okay, so it will have to be a new profile, I believe. Then we'll have to have the shipping zones. We'll have to add Algeria, and then we'll have to add rates. Similarly, like earlier, as mentioned, you can do conditional pricing. For example, it's just essentially free shipping. We'll just set free shipping just to show you. Let's just say it's free shipping. If I save this, let's see, profile name. Let's just put a name there. Okay, so when we go back to markets, it should already allow us to activate it. So right there, one rate, that means it's already configured. And this should, see, this should let me activate it. When I click that, then we get out of there. Let me see. Hold on. Active. Is there a save button somewhere? Give me a second here. Give me a second, guys. For some reason, it's not activating. All products. Okay, it's probably the payments not configured. Okay, it's configured. I suppose because Algeria needs it can't be cash on delivery, so it will have to have its payment method before it allows us to actually activate it. So maybe that's the reason why it's not activating, is because there's no payments available. But yeah, so in case you guys wanted to in the future add markets, this is where you add them, but it will require payment method, and then it will require shipping configured. So any questions so far on this topic, at least for markets?
No.
No questions? Okay.